Hi everyone, welcome back to this Monday Morning video. I'm Josh Tone, Associate Editor here at Monday Morning, and of course we're once again joined by Bill Padalon, Editor of Private Briefing. Now today we wanted to talk about a company that's really been making serious waves and a huge splash in both the news and on the stock markets. They've just come out of an incredibly successful IPO, in fact the hottest one in 20 years, and that is Beyond Meat. Now, Beyond Meat has been solving global and local problems day in and day out for a few years now, but now that we've gotten a sense to see how they perform in the stock market, we wanted to take a closer look at how they impact people on a personal level and then what some of the investing opportunities are for our investors like you. And I tell you, Bill, Beyond Meat has really taken the markets and the news by storm in the last couple months.
Yeah, it really has. And here's the thing. I mean, as I've been talking about this company for months, and the reason for that is I have kind of a personal connection with it. I live in a house. My wife is vegan. Now, she's not one of the zealot vegans I'm still allowed to live there. Even though I'm a meat eater, I eat burgers, and I eat brats, and eat a steak now and then. But my son, probably about 2 years ago. Now he's 12. Now, probably about 2 years ago, he watched a video on factory farming. And he loves animals. I mean, he's a very empathetic kid, and it moved him so much that day he stopped eating meat.
Wow.
I mean, he has not taken a bite of meat since that moment, since that time. So it's kind of created an interesting dynamic, but also an interesting problem. And as you know, I always say that the best companies are those that find a way to solve big problems, and that's really what Beyond Meat has done. I mean, here you have a situation. We like to, have dinner, family dinners together. We like to go out to eat together. We love family time. But suddenly you have a vegan, a vegetarian, and a meat eater. Sounds like the start of a joke, but
Yeah.
all together, and it's really hard to find a place to go out to eat together. I mean, for Father's Day or my birthday, I like seafood too. They say, "Oh, let's go out to a seafood place," but I can't really enjoy it because I'm sitting there looking at those two. Robin's picking at a salad, and maybe Joey has kind of a schlumpy grilled cheese sandwich that you get at restaurants like that. And that just doesn't, it takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah.
And and family dinners too. I mean, it becomes a challenge to find foods that everybody can eat. And what Beyond Meat has done, they've taken part in this whole plant-based revolution. They have created Wall Street calls it alt meat. They have to come up with buzzy terms for everything, but they've created a meat replacement. It's made from plants. It's made from a pea protein. It looks like meat. It cooks like meat. It tastes like meat. I mean, it's meat, and they've done it for beef, for chicken, and for pork, for sausage.
Yeah.
And the company went public. It has taken Wall Street and the whole investment community by storm because they solved a very big problem in a very elegant way.
Absolutely. And something I've really enjoyed about the Beyond Meat story and kind of how they've grown is that they've been able to really kind of change the messaging and the dynamic and the conversation around vegetarian alternatives to meat.
Yeah.
And like I'm a red-blooded meat eater myself. I have never enjoyed tofu, tempeh, any of like the classic vegetarian options that have been around for a while. And just like how Beyond Meat presents themselves has been far more inviting and interesting to me. And just talking like my personal, how I've experienced this company, I think it's been really fascinating how I think they've done a really good job at appealing to bringing meat eaters into this space rather than just providing another option for vegetarians or vegans.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. I mean, the company founder, Ethan Brown, he reminds me a little bit of Steve Jobs, but in the whole plant-based community as opposed to technology. He's kind of like this, he's gone out with this message. He's a very dynamic guy. He talks about this whole, changing marketplace. I mean, he's not just worried about, marketing, and creating a buzz about his business. I mean, he's trying to create a whole new industry, and he's using the very message that you're talking about. He's trying to make it's an inclusive message as opposed to like, in the vegan world, I mean, there are, just with anything, there are folks that are very extreme, and they're not. And he wants to kind of change that conversation so that everyone is included, and he's doing it with this very innovative, very unique product.
Yeah, and he's been able to, with his company and Beyond Meat, then has been able to really go in and change people's lives in a personal manner, as with you and
Right.
like your family, and just be able to
yeah.
make dinner more pleasant again. But it's also addressing much bigger issues and surrounding just like issues in the agriculture industry and with climate change and
Yep.
pollution.
Right.
Like it's
Factory
a very
farming.
exactly.
Yep.
It's a very taxing process to create beef and meat on the scale that just America alone consumes it, not to mention the world.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. I mean, think about this. I mean, the global meat market at a retail level is $1.4 trillion. I mean, that's
Wow.
I mean that's bigger than the economies of a lot of smaller countries. Now, a lot of folks that are going to take a look at this and building kind of financial models, they're saying that plant-based, they're calling again the alt meat, the plant-based meat could become $100 to $140 billion business in just a couple of years, and that creates plenty of market, plenty of revenue opportunities, plenty of upside for companies like Beyond Meat.
So I've got to ask before we get to the burgers and stuff, because they're almost done. Our, of course, executive chef Sam is out there cooking wonderfully, I hope. And
Downtown Baltimore.
yes, downtown Baltimore. Do you, just like straight answer, do you recommend Beyond Meat as would you tell just an individual investor, our audience, should they buy it?
Yes, and I think you have to make a distinction here. I mean, we're not talking about being traders. Again, we're talking about an innovator. It's a new company. It's a new business. It's a new industry. It's a new market. This is a wealth opportunity, and the way you want to do this is, yes, you want to buy some of the stock now. You want to have some of the shares now. You want to create like a foundational position. But you don't want to back up the truck. I mean, you want to hold some cash back. Keep your powder dry. This is going to be a very volatile stock. It's a new business. People are just learning about it. There are going to be misunderstandings. There are going to be bumps in the road. There are going to be hiccups. But turn that volatility to your advantage. When the stock trades down, buy some more. If you get some more cash, buy some more. Your goal is to establish a nice position that over time, and you want to give yourself some time, can really generate some very, very big gains, and that's how you create wealth.
Well, I think we've talked enough about Beyond Meat.
I
of
agree.
course. Let's actually try it. That's why we're here. Let's
Okay,
eat.
let's do it.
Sam, you want to bring him in? Our executive chef Sam. Here's
that's
a sausage for you because you haven't tried the burger.
I've tried the burger. I've not tried the
yeah,
sausage.
that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I have tried the sausage, but not the burger.
Right.
So I'm trying the burger.
Okay, and I see it's got my favorite sweet mustard on this. Is perfect. so-
Perfect.
all right.
And, provolone cheese and everything else. Go for it. That's really good. I'm gonna be honest. It's delicious.
This is excellent. I'll tell you, I'm a broth guy. I mean, I love sausage. I love broths. Mm-hmm. This is as good as any I've had.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely great. The texture is, I would say, 95% spot on.
Right.
There's, I can tell a little difference. Like
Right.
it's a little looser
Right.
than I would say just like a good, well-formed patty is.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I'm eating a burger. That's
I-
it's as simple as that.
I feel the same way about the sausage. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think this is. I mean, they hit the ammo dump with this. I mean, it is spot on. The taste is great. The texture is perfect. I mean, you put on a roll, slather on the mustard, and I'm a happy guy.
Yeah,
You know?
this is great. Totally you could put this in a pile of burgers and you might notice a little bit, but it totally fits in.
I mean, you look at it. I mean, it looks like
Yeah,
it looks
really.
like a
Can
burger.
shoot the
Little
camera
pink,
there.
little pink in the center.
Yeah,
got
I
your tomato there, and you got your lettuce. I
Absolutely.
mean, got your cheese. I mean,
Oh yeah,
one of those classic potato buns. I mean,
Absolutely.
this is good stuff.
it's a burger.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's,
now the guys on Wall Street, they talk about numbers and they look at market share. They just need to take a bite of this, and that tells the whole story.
this is all I need to invest. If anything, just to go get another pack or two of them and eat them at home.
Yeah, I'll be enjoying these on our Weber grill at home again. I can tell you that right now.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we're probably going to finish these right as soon as we cut the cameras. But thank you so much, and you can check out. We've got a link in the description that'll lead to just some more information that Bill's written on Beyond Meat. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
See you guys soon.